let's read what happens on the next page. Within days, pale, ghost-like men arrived to transact business with Dongo and the others. The white men took us, a few at a time, in small wooden boats to a large ship anchored offshore. They forced us to lie on rough wood planks side by side, so close together that there was no more than a whisper and a prayer between us. What I will forever remember is meeting a boy named Amadi, who sat beside me on the foul-smelling ship. Within moments of our meeting, he began to take care of me, and I took care of him. When Amadi was sick with the dreaded fevers, I comforted him by singing the songs my mother taught me. When I tossed and turned with hunger, Amadi often said, "Take some of my gruel, little bird," as he wiped away my tears. Amadi would say, "Raise your head high, Minna. You are the daughter of a prince, the granddaughter of a great king. Yours is the great African heritage. No one can ever take that from you." Some more facts I learned from this story is that these people, these kids who were kidnapped, were treated awful. They got on very crowded boats. Many were sick. My question is, how long were they on these boats for? How long were they on these boats? Hmm. I'm also wondering, why didn't they get bigger boats, right? Why weren't they treated better? This makes me feel really sad. I'm glad that Minna found a friend, though, on the boat. I can't imagine how lonely it would be if you didn't know anybody. Let's go ahead and keep reading. It was 3 long months before the big wooden ship finally dropped anchor on the shores of land called America. That answers my question. How long were they on the boat? For 3 months. Oh my goodness, that is so long. They herded those of us who had survived the painful voyage off the ship in shackles and chains. Amadi and I stood on the platform in front of many white men and women, and who bid for us as though we were cattle or goats at a marketplace. A tall white man with cold eyes and eyes of a snake bought Amadi and me for what I later found out was less than $100 each. Hmm. Another fact I learned is that they were sold like animals. So I would write that down under facts. They were sold like animals. And I wonder how many of these people were kidnapped. How many people were kidnapped from their homes? The man who bought us forced us to call him Master Clemens. Then he took away our names and told us, "Never speak a word of your savage language again." Even though we were just children, Master Clemens put Amadi and me to work in his cotton fields, from dawn until dusk, 6 days a week, until our backs nearly broke under the weight of our labor. They worked 6 days a week. Wow, that's something I didn't know either. We only go to school like 5 days a week, right? Have school for 5 days. And they had to work from sunrise to sunset, 6 days a week. I wonder how many people like that were on the farm. What questions do you have so far? Or what are some facts you've learned? Think about any responses you have. How does the story make you feel? What are you thinking?